for me putting away my surfing bag. Well, now that I've got my surfing bag handy with me and I haven't quite put it away yet, why don't we do a little bit of a what is in my surfing bag? So especially as a beginner surfer, there might be some essentials that we sometimes forget to pack. So I thought I'd be here a little bit to guide you as a beginner still of what essentials you might need to take with you when you go surfing, especially if you're not someone that lives right on the beach, and if you forget something you can quickly pop back home, where like me, I have to drive at least 20 minutes to half an hour to get to the beach. So it's pretty important that I pack everything. But let's get into a little bit of a better background instead of just being in the room, and let's talk about a little bit what is in my surfing bag and what I suggest you would need. And welcome! So I thought this would be more of a pretty background to explain everything. And welcome to my channel. So I'm still very new at surfing. Probably been surfing just under a year. And along the way I've learned the essentials that I need to take with surfing. So it might seem a little bit excessive for some people, but it works for me, and it makes me enjoy surfing more, makes me comfortable, and it's things you generally actually do need. So the first things first, I had an incident where a fin's cut my hand open, and my husband's had incidents where he got stung by blue bottles, and we didn't have all the necessities that we needed. Everything was fine, but it just made me think I need to make my own first aid kit. So that is probably not the main, but an important thing that I believe, especially if you're surfing in South Africa or traveling when you're surfing, is to make your own little surf first aid kit. So you can buy pre-made ones, but I just made my own little, okay, you're not going to really see much, but it basically opens up like this, has little sections. So we've got like vinegar in there in case you get stung by jellyfish or blue bottles, little like stitches, plasters, bandages, like latex gloves, disinfectant stuff. So just basically little ones where either if we're going on a hike or for surfing, we've got the essentials in case there is a little incident, because rather be a little bit prepared than underprepared. This is my beautiful Wolfie behind me. So first, this bag. Baby, I'm trying to make a video here, my girl. Could you please move? This bag I am absolutely in love with. It is really nice and big if you want to put it next to my head, and it is made out of neoprene. So what better bag to have for surfing than a neoprene bag, because if you've got wet stuff in here, it's perfect. This is from a store called Moki. That's that. My stunning bag. It's so nice and big. I absolutely love this bag. So I'm one of those people that has bags in a bag. So I have these little like bags in here to keep things a little bit more organized. So in my surfing bag I have wax. Okay, I actually need to get a new block because these are all like little pieces, but I have wax because you always need wax, because you don't want to be slipping off your board and then ruining your surf session. So we've got wax. Then my next little goodie bag is all sunblock. So the first things out of a little goodie bag is my zinc. This stuff is absolutely the bomb. So this zinc stays on your face for hours. Not 4 hours, like for a long time. That's what I'm trying to say, is that this can stay onto your face for like 5 to 6 hours, which is perfect. I mean, why would you want to go out if you're having a really good surf, go put more sunblock and come back in? You might miss like a bomb wave. It comes in a really nice like beigey color, which is pretty cool. It's in a tin, so we're getting away from that plastic kind of vibe, which is cool. And it's cruelty free, it's safe free, it's good for the ocean, it's good for the environment. This is my #1 sunblock, and it's really important that you actually use sunblock. You want to keep your skin looking good and fresh. Then another little essential that I have is these eardrops. So I found that like sometimes, especially when you're learning, you're falling a lot more, and so I find that sometimes you can get clapped in the head by a wave, and then all that water is going in your ears, and it can get pretty sore. So this is like a silicone base, and it just helps protect your ears from the water. Then my next thing is a recent purchase. It's called Zero Shampoo Bar. Okay, so it comes in this cool little travel case. It's metal, yes, plastic free, that's the things we want. And it's this little shampoo bar that you can use, well, that I like to use after surfing, just because sometimes like the salt water and everything, it can dry out your hair. So just for a little like basic quick clean, for getting some of that salt water out of your hair. And it's also not bad for the environment, so it's not like any chemicals are getting washed back into the ocean. Not a huge need, but I like to use it as like a face mist. So I like to use this after a surf, just to feel nice and fresh and hydrated. This is a little bit of more of a post-surf. So I've got a leave-in conditioner that I like to spray in after my little bit of my shampooing. I put in a leave-in conditioner and brush my hair, because the sea and the sun can damage your hair, especially if it is a little bit highlighted or has color in it. So you want to look after yourself as well. And then we're not going to go into too much detail, but I've also got like a bra and a panty, but ain't nobody need to see that. Another little thing, which I don't think a lot of girls take into consideration, but it's just a little bit of female hygiene essentials. I don't need to show everyone what that is. Oh, hey Blue. It is little female hygiene products that I do keep, just in case it is that time of month, or it happens to be like pop up out of nowhere, but yeah, you don't want to be coming out of surf and then you want to chill on the beach and then you can't. So just a little tip is to have a little bag with those kind of essentials. Then another thing I like to have is a spare bikini, or like a spring suit kind of vibe. This one's pretty cool. It's like a brown zebra, because you never know, like in case you feel a little bit sunburned, you want to cover up more, or something happens to a bikini, or you've got a new bikini and you're surfing it for the first time and the damn thing won't stay on. At least you've got a backup to quickly go change. So I like to keep a costume in my bag that I know works well for surfing, and you never know, like I've almost lost some bikini bottoms before, so at least I know that I've got a spare costume in my bag and that I don't need to stop surfing. I can just go put it on and get back in the ocean. So that's a big tip I would actually say, is keep a spare cozy in your bag. What else do we have in my Mary Poppins bag here? Oh, hydration. This is a huge key. Hydration is a huge key. So especially if you're surfing long hours in the sun, whether it's winter, summer, you need to stay nice and hydrated. And if you can, get a metal flask, because hey, we want to avoid plastic. Should be in my wax. It's a little wax comb. So sometimes you don't actually always have to re-wax your board. You just need to spread it out a little bit. Okay. So I think you guys are gonna have to tell from this video, I like to be prepared, because the thing is, like, it is a bit of a drive for us, but I like, if I'm having a good surf, I don't want things to ruin it. So if your leash breaks, have a spare leash in your bag. So if you're having a good surf, you can quickly jump out, go put a leash on your board, your spare leash, and get back in the water. So especially if it's a crowded surf, or if you are still a beginner, you really should be having a leash on your board, because if you don't know how to control the board, you can cause a lot of problems and injuries. So just keep a spare leash in your bag. It solves a lot of things. And if you're having a good surf, then and one breaks, sometimes they will, then you've got another one. Don't worry. See, I've got you covered, guys. All these things, it might seem like over dramatic, but especially when you're a new surfer, you probably didn't even know these things. Another essential is fruit. Okay, not fruit, sorry. is snacks. Okay, we like to take snacks with us because you might think you won't, but you will be hungry after a surf. So sometimes there's really nice restaurants on the Durban beach. You can go and have a really cool breakfast, or are trying to be healthy, take your own little snack. So sometimes we'll take overnight oats or a protein bar. We try to generally stay healthy, have a little snack, and then we make a home meal, like a home cooked meal when we get back. Coming to the end now, but something that you need to also know for Durban is, if you think about it, when you go surfing, what do you do with your keys? So the Durban beaches, something that we might not always think of, or if you're new to surfing in Durban and you're like a new surfer, like Durban has some cool things. Like when you go surfing, what you gonna do with your key? Okay, so not everyone has a surfer key and you've got a mobilizer and all of that. So a really cool thing that Durban has is car guard. If you don't know what to do with your surfing key or your key, then you just hand it to the car guards and they keep an eye on your key for you. This might sound dodgy for some of you, but don't worry. Everyone, basically majority, 90% of surfers do it. But when it comes to this, you've got to at least give back and be a little bit decent and give them a tip. So you've got to make sure you've got your tip, because they start learning who you are, and if you're not going to tip them, they're not going to want to help you and look after your key. So keep a little like a purse where, if you've got coins or like 10 rand notes in your purse and hanging around, keep a little like surfing purse, and then you've always got your tips and your car, if you want to call it your car guard money, to help them out, because it is their job. They're doing you a favor, and help them out by giving back and giving them a bit of cash for looking after your key and for making sure they're not giving your key to other people to get into your car. So tip them. Another essential, a changing poncho. Okay, these things help a lot more than what you actually think, especially as a girl. I find, like, some guys, it's fine, they can go in their waist, put a towel around their waist, change under it, but I feel like girls, we've got two kind of things we've got to change, and it just it makes things a lot easier. Instead of trying to stress something's gonna pop out, no one wants to see that. This just makes things a lot easier to change. Isn't she so cute? I love this girl. This is my baby. You're my baby. Hi. Yes, tell everybody. So B, she is so cute. This dog, look how beautiful she is. Hi, who's your beautiful? It can be cold, and be prepared for it. So I like to pack a hoodie and a pair of tracksuit pants so that I'm nice and snug like a bug after that surf. So yeah guys, that's basically what I pack for surfing. I hope this helps you out being a beginner and you're not quite sure what to take with you. So yeah guys, I hope that this little showing you what's in my surfing bag helped you a bit. That's basically everything that I do take. And yeah, I hope that you, being new to surfing, that this helps you be a little bit prepared, like you're not sure what to take for surfing. Now you do. Okay guys, so that is the end of what is in my surfing bag. I hope this helps you, and you as a new surfer, if you weren't sure what to take surfing. And I hope now that you could feel a little bit more comfortable with what you need to take with you. And that's basically it. If you don't mind, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, whether it's to tell me how I can improve in my videos, or something else you want to see, or a little bit more of tips and advice, or even if you would like to know about Durban Beach, please just leave a comment. That is it from me, and I will see you guys in the next video.